definitely wish there was something for him that he could really set up, in terms of even a really good business going with that. But hopefully there's something that will, opportunities will come up like that in the future for him.
If the bet was going to give a feedback to its owner to say, you're giving me hard times, better to give me hard times when you're scoring hundreds than when you're not scoring. Working from home was difficult in the sense that you have to also to go and get the bets from the players. At the same time, you need to make sure that those bets are done in a short space of time. So migrating from home, coming to work at Harare Sports Club made it easy, not just for me, but for the players. Someone to witness their bets being repaired. I had Ryan Bell here watching me shaping his bets. It's now easy, especially during this qualifier. You'll be having something like 30 bets and guys will be saying, I want my bet, I want to use my bet tomorrow. So you have to wait until possibly midnight. So working from here had made the work easier for me and the players, and it's more central working from here. School kids, when they are at school, after school, they'll just pass by, drop their bets, some grab their bets. So it has made it more convenient, and it has made me to be more professional in the way that I do things. Because when you are doing things behind the scenes, no one is watching. So sometimes you don't take it serious. But when you are working here, some players will wait to check what exactly you are doing. So you tend to become more professional than when no one is watching. And I have learned a lot from that, and I'm approaching my work more seriously. And I would love to keep on improving on that area of being more professional.
We're very grateful to have Lundu here in Zimbabwe and Nigeria as well. Very accessible. He's obviously started off in a little bat making room, fixing all our bats, and now he's relocated to just behind the Harare Sports Club there. We're so lucky to have him. The work he does for us, the national team players, not only the national team players, but also the club guys and school kids as well, girls and boys. We're so lucky to have him here in Zimbabwe, and the things he does with our bats are absolutely truly amazing. I mean, you can come there with any breakages and anything, and he'll fix it. Very accessible as well. He always replies to his messages. So we're very lucky to have Lundu, and hopefully he can just get bigger and bigger, and you never know what's to come.
What made me look for a place to do my work at was simply because when you get home, you get a lot of distractions. But here, when I wake up and come here 8 a.m., I know that I'm at work. There's no other thing that I'll be doing besides my work. Sometimes you'll be having one bet for repairs, and you have time when guys come to have a chat with you about their bets, and that's important as well. People will be asking questions. My bet is like this. Is it okay? Is it fine? It's more like you're giving consultants to players. So coming here has made it easier for me to meet a lot of guys. Sometimes back then I couldn't meet international guys when they came to Zimbabwe, but this time around they come to the workshop, they witness their best being done. The likes of George Manse was here the last time he came with Scotland. Dave Tuona was here. He came, he saw everything, and he encouraged me to keep on doing it. And coming here to sports club was something, what you can say, it's something that that's good for cricketers, in the sense that most international ground doesn't have a facility like we have here at Harare Sports Club, of saying if you break your bets in the nets, it goes straight away to the workshop. So it's something that's a very big positive.
Blessing Muzarabani here I'm here to say some few words about Lundu. The guys have really helped us, especially when he came to Sports Club. The way he fixed bets is just wonderful, especially with me, with tailenders. We know most of the time it's our toe on our beds. He just fixed it like nothing happens. So the guy's talented, and I'm really happy that he's really doing well for the other guys as well. The national team players, everyone is happy with them. So I'm really happy with them, and I just hope you just keep going, and I know you're gonna keep winning.
I'm now starting to see bigger things. It's no longer just the repairs and services that I'm looking at. I'm looking to go big, get into manufacturing. And coming to Harare Sports Club has made the big guns in the cricket circles, like the managing director of Zimbabwe Cricket, has seen the passion and has been supporting me, has been encouraging me to further my skills. If I was doing this at home, not everyone was going to notice this. As you can see, the MD has been very supportive in this, and I really appreciate that. Some of my friends are coming in board, the likes of Faraz Akram has been supporting me from the beginning, and the likes of Sikander Raza, Kudachirume has been very supportive in giving me ideas. Go this way, go this way. But if I was doing this at home, I think some of the guys were not going to take me serious. But now they can take me serious because they can see the hours that I'm putting and the quality of work that I'm now producing. Back then, I used to do it. It's more like for fun, but now it's now a full-time job. Coming to Harare Sports Club, coming to the workshop, it's now a full-time job, and it has changed a lot.
I've known Never for about a year now. He's a rare talent. I think he's going to be one of the leading manufacturers of cricket equipment in Zimbabwe. Right now, he does all the repairs for international first-class List A players, and he is quite a rare talent. I'm Givemore Makoni, the managing director of Zimbabwe Cricket.
One of the most things that people don't know about bets is that they think it's all about glowing. It's more than glowing, because there is an understanding that you need to have when you are repairing a bet. It's not like repairing a wardrobe or what. It's more than that. You need to have an understanding of where the crack is going, how the crack happened, and how to avoid it next time. So some people might think that it's just glowing. It's more than glowing. Or some people think it's binding. It usually comes with international players. They'll come and say, it's just a small crack, just put a bandage. But it will be more than that. Putting a bandage on top of a crack, or of a crack, it's like putting a bandage on a wound without treating it. So the same concept we have with the medical doctors when they are having an operation is them who understands that it's more than a scissors or the stitches they are going to put. So that's the same concept we have when we are repairing beds. We have to understand what needs to be done, then we have to go through it, then we'll sort it out. When you get a bed, which is almost, let's say, if the owner is saying, this bed, I don't think it is going to come back to life. If you bring it back to life, when you see it starting to score hundreds, it's the most satisfying thing that you would need to see every now and then, and that owner will appreciate it more and more. For instance, the situation of Brian Bennet, the bed that he is using now, if I could show you that bed is badly damaged, but we always repair it almost after every series, and it's guaranteed that after every series it's going to give us a 50 or 100. So it's something satisfying to see it happening. One of the things that I think players must know, in fact, one thing I wish they knew about taking care of their bets is every time you get a new bet, there is no way you can go and use it straight in the game. You need it to be knocked. Some of the bets come fully knocked, but you also need to have it knocked a bit. Also, the toe needs to be binded mostly, because the toe is one of the most weakest part of the bet. Also, they would need face covers on their beds.
He's a master craftsman, living out his passion. He's incredibly gifted and talented, bat crafter, bat maker, and he's serviced many of our bats. I personally, and all the players. He puts a lot of love, time, and effort into it. He's ever reliable, and he's resurrected some bats that we thought would probably be discarded forever. So his locations at the ground is just so convenient. But you can see he does his work with a big smile on his face, and he never says no. He can always find a way, and it's great to see him evolve. From the days of doing bats for MS Dhoni and maybe launching that time to new heights and having the belief to do it, because we think he's absolutely exceptional in what he does, and we're very lucky to have him. And this is a big thank you from me to him for the time and effort, and may he reach new heights. He deserves that.
And also Clive Madande was playing an NPL game. He broke his shoulder there, and I'm making sure that the next NPL game during the weekend is going to use this one. And he also brought this one. He needs it to be reshaped, the toe. That's why I did mark it here. So I'm going to shape it more like an SS shape at the toe, because he was saying the bait is too straight here. So I'm going to shape it this part, and all these baits are going to be ready for the next games. Since most of the games Clive is playing in Harare NPO games, in Harare, most of the tracks in Harare, they are bounce. They produce a lot of bounce. So if you have a bet with a lower mid, you miss out a lot. So if the bet has an upper mid, it usually favors tracks that bounce, because the ball will be bouncing too much. But if you are playing in conditions like in Blawayo, the tracks doesn't bounce much, so you need lower mid. But from what I'm seeing right now, Clive is playing most of his games in Harare, so he's preparing himself for Harare matches. That's the reason why he opted for me to change the shape of the bet.
We are truly blessed that we have Lundu with us, because I personally can speak for myself that I cannot operate without him. You have to practice your power hitting, being a finisher as well. Every time I'm preparing for a franchise or national duty, I break a lot of bats. I train with a lot of intensity. And I'm sure my sponsor wouldn't be happy, or as a matter of fact, I wouldn't even have a sponsor if it wasn't for Lundu, because I break a lot of bats. So if it wasn't for Lundu, I think I'll really be struggling for the bats as well. So honestly, Lundu is a blessing for me, for Zimbabwe, and for every touring country that comes. He does a fantastic job as well. And I have a long history with Lundu before he became a bat doctor. We used to train together. He's helped me in my cricket as well. And even when he left cricket, he's still helping me in my cricket, because the bats that I break, some of the best bats as well I've got. And sometimes I break from a position that if we can fix them, that I can still use them. Funny enough, we're here now. We were playing a warm-up game against Nigeria, and I broke my second in line. So the first thing I did, when the 12th ran with my extra bats, I said, take my bat, give it to Lazenhoff, said, send it to Lundu now, because I need that bat to be ready, because we're busy with the qualifiers. So Lundu is certainly a blessing for me.
So when Zimbabwe was playing a warm-up match against Nigeria, when Raza went into bet, he was using this bet, and as you can see, it got broken. That's his number one bet. He wants to use it on Friday, so I'm making sure that I'll fix this. Then on Friday it will be ready for the first game for the qualifiers. And Wellington Masakadza as well broke his toe. I don't know how the Nigerians were bowling those balls. So I'm going to fix it. It's going to be ready. Yeah, bets go through hard times, if I'm to say. Because if we look at it, when a player is got hit with a ball, you saw the pain the player will feel. So sometimes if the bet was going to give a feedback to its owner to say, you're giving me hard times, better to give me hard times when you're scoring hundreds than when you're not scoring. So yeah, bets go through hard times. Some of the bettors, they throw their bets away. And if you could ask that bet how it feels, it's so terrible because that bet is the one which is taking care of the batsman. So as a bettor, they need to take care of their bets because they need love as well. They need to be loved for them to give back. If you give it love, it will give back. But if we cut this piece here, a touch here, a touch at the end, then trim the edges a bit and make it a proper harrow, then we have lost weight and the pickup will be well balanced. I'm going to cut this piece.
Oh, you'll take it off?
Yeah, I'll take it off.
Ah, okay. So all in all, about another 20 grams off?
Yeah, I'll take more than 20 grams off. More than 20.
Okay. How much weight will you have lost?
We are targeting more than 20 grams.
And when will it be ready?
Possibly tomorrow.
Because I'll need it back
Tomorrow morning it will be ready.
in the afternoon. I can have.
What time tomorrow?
I'll open around 8 a.m. So you can come around 9. Okay. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Sean Williams. Just wanted to come down and speak about my friend Lundu, the bat doctor, and what a wonderful job he does on my cricket bats. Cricketers out there know how important your very first cricket bat is to you, especially the one that means the most to you and you feel most comfortable with. The bat doctor's always there on call for me at all times. I've called him many a time in the middle of the night to come urgently to rescue my cricket bats, to get them out in the park for test matches, ODIs and T20s, and I've been more than successful with him, and I'm very grateful to have him around.
Scotland came in Zimbabwe. One of their bettors was betting and he broke his bet in 2 pieces. Then he had to give it to a youngster called Lennox Chando. And Lennox believed that I could fix that bet and he brought it. At one point I had doubt, but because of the faith that that young man had on me, I had to do it, and till today he's still using that bet. Yeah, at first he thought it was going to last for 1 game, but until today he's still using it. It's now over 6 months, and he's starting to scoring runs now. He has now a couple of hundreds in this previous NPO. Nisanka, when Sri Lanka came here, the best that he is using right now, he brought them. Yes, we had a few negatives that were coming because he was talking of his bet lost balance, but I checked him through the process and he understood what had happened to his bet, but that's the bet that he is using now. And we have players like George Manse, Shanaka, Kusau Mendis. I'm sure when they come back to Zimbabwe, they would love their best to be repaired. So if I'm to talk of Ireland, most of the guys, they do text me before they arrive in Zimbabwe, say, let's meet at the airport. I have a couple of bets that I need it to be repaired. So I'm seeing a lot of positive from the players. Yes, negatives they come here and there, but in most times, it's always the positives.
I've come to know Lund from way back, since I was a youngster. I used to play for Royal. He was quite good with his off spin and also batting. And he could actually win a couple of games. And moving forward from there, I just said there's a guy who's now fixing bets because normally we would take our bets to a guy called Tim. He was from Highfields, so yeah, he ended up going to South Africa. That's where he's staying now. But from that time, we got to know about him. It's been a nice little journey since he started preparing bets. I got a few bets, probably over 10 bets, which is not a good number for a bowler because most bowlers normally just bring in 2 bets or 3. But
brought in more than 10 bets, and I've quite enjoyed how he's evolved from way back up to now, and he's quite good with his work. He's such a top guy also. He knows a few things about cricket, but he's been putting in the good works, and I enjoy being in his workshop, getting a bit of dust and everything, just waiting on my bets. But he's been quite up there, and he's actually been doing good. Not only for me, but for a lot of players.
Back then, I used to use a grinder to remove yendos, but along the way, I discovered that yes, to remove the yendos with a grinder, it was coming out nice, but it wasn't that proper. So I had to work hard and get a new machinery, and I managed to get this bend saw. This bend saw is the one which I'm using for endo replacement, and the quality of endo replacements has been quite good. Recently, I've removed my endos for guys from Kenya, and they are quite happy about their endo replacements. And I did remove an endo for Sikander Raza, and recently the bet that Wellington Masakadza used today against Nigeria is the one which I repaired yesterday, and he collected it a few minutes before the game started, and he's quite happy about the bet. So changing from the manual work to machinery has made a big difference, and I'm still in the process of getting big machines, and maybe in a couple of months there is going to be new machinery as well.
I started knowing Lundu as a cricketer. We played against each other in club cricket, and then further on, I started fixing bats. This is actually one of the bats he was fixing for me. I was replacing the endo. It's been quite handy, especially for us. Bats are a bit expensive, and obviously getting someone who can fix a small crack goes a long way for us. Other countries can also testify to his work. He's been very great to us and most of the cricketers that come to Zimbabwe.
Yeah, these two machines are quite essential, and if I'm to say I'll go a day without these machines, it's now very difficult, because removing a endo manually without this machine is difficult. And after the whole process is done, you need this machine. This machine works as a buffer. The buffer when you are cleaning the bed. So without these two machines, if I don't have them, I'll run around to make sure that I get them. Because without them, it's very difficult to remove endos. For instance, if you check this bed, it's for a Nigerian guy. He wanted the endo replacement. See how nice it came out. So with this machine, it's quite easy. You just put it there, you slide it down, you cut the endo off, then you have to put it back. So working without these machines is quite difficult. So I always make sure that it's well serviced. The blades, I change them over and over again to make sure that it won't slip out. If it slip out, it's quite dangerous. So you make sure that the machine is well serviced. The buffer, as you can see, is now a touch smaller. It needs to be bigger, so I need to get another one there. Now, in terms of time, if I'm to say to remove a handle without these machines, I used to take something like 20 to 30 minutes just removing one handle. But with these machines, it's only a 5-minute job. You'll be done removing the endo. What takes long is for the glue to dry up. But if it wasn't for the glue, maybe to just do a end, it was going to take something like 30 minutes to put a new endo, get it done. But back then, I used to spend hours working on endos. But these days, with this machinery, it has made it easier, and the time frame is reduced from 30-40 minutes to a 5-minute job. and it has brought efficiency. Because while it's here, especially this qualifier, you'll be having 8 or so handles to do. So with this machinery, those 8 handles, you need something like 40 minutes to do them, all of them. But back then, 40 minutes was going into one bet.
Right, good evening, everyone. I'm Isaac Okpe, Nigerian all-rounder. Play for Nigeria in the qualifiers, and also play for Imbizo, the team from Midwest, from Midlands in Rhinos like Kwekwe. Yeah. So get to know Lundu. The first time I came to play the NPL, when I came, my bat got broken, so I got worried. Like, how am I going to get my bat fixed? And they told me, there's this guy in Harare who fixed the bat. So I was like, okay, let me give him a try. So I gave him 2 bats to fix for me. I didn't expect the kind of work he was going. I was just thinking he was just going to strap and bring it back. But when I saw the bat was good. Like the last time I saw a bat being fixed like that properly was in South Africa when I went there. But surprised to see someone in Zimbabwe fix a bat like that. I was amazed. And trust me, every time I come to Zimbabwe now, my bats who are cracked and all, I always send it to Lundu to fix it properly for me. Like when we came for this tour now, I think I gave him about 4 bats to fix for me because I trust his work, I trust what he does, and he makes the bat so good and ready for play for guys. And I'm very sure he's doing a great job. He should
Guys have been very supportive outside my work and even in my work. If I'm to mention names, I would say Faraz Akram has been very, very supportive. Whatever I need here at the workshop, Faraz always comes up and helps me out. Raza supports me in the sense that he goes to players, he talks with the international guys, he gives them a feedback of how I do my work. So Raza has been very essential. And Mr. Makoni has come out clean in helping me out, even life advices. So every time I visit him, I know that I will pick a couple of life lessons from him. And in terms of work, he has been very supportive. He has bigger dreams for me. He sees a lot of potential in me. And a lot of players here in the local league, a lot of players outside Zimbabwe has been very supportive in the sense that whenever you repair a bet, he tells the next person that this guy is good, and that's a very big positive. If I was not getting that support, I don't think I was going to be here. But a lot of guys, if I have to mention names, I know that I will leave out some of the guys, but I really appreciate all the cricketers and all the stakeholders in cricket circles, the parents. They bring their kids here, they support them, they advise them to bring their pets here. I haven't had any issues with the parents. They are very supportive, and I'm quite happy about that. And my social rounds, people have been very supportive. You are the bed doctor. What is the bed doctor do? But they support that. And some people didn't know that if you break a bed, it can be repaired. But now people believe that, and it's now a trend. Even the smallest crack you can find on a bed, people are bringing them. That's a lot of support. And in giving back to them, I make sure that I do a proper work for them, and people are very happy about it. And I'm looking forward to keep on developing and making sure that I will reach out in places like even Binga. People has to know about cricket. People has to know about cricket bets. Everyone here must know how to take care of his bets. So those are the things that I always try to learn from other bet manufacturers, how they go about their things, so that I will give back to my people. I've been playing cricket myself, and I know how difficult it is to lose a cricket bet. So that feeling, I have to make sure that people get the relief whenever they break their bets, they won't be heartbroken saying, this bet, it won't come back to life. But people must feel that, okay, fine, my bet broke, it can be repaired. Not just repaired, it will be as good as new. So if it wasn't the support of all the cricketers, I don't think I was going to get to this place. I have friends, I have family. They are very supportive.
Talking about Lundu, I mean, we go long back, more than 10 years, I would say, a decade. We've been a family. I still remember my first bat I gave him. I mean, I was still playing club cricket, not thinking about national team or anything else. It was just my bat broke, and I mean, at that time, Lundu was still starting, I would say. And yeah, that's how I met him, and he fixed my bat, and it was a great thing. I mean, at that time, there was no one fixing bats. So if you broke your bat, if you don't know how to fix it, probably that's it for you. You have to get a new bat. So luckily for us, Lundu came, and I mean, a blessing in disguise, and started fixing our bats. That's my first interaction with him.
I would advise myself to be more serious in whatever you do. Work hard every time. Stay motivated. Respect people, because you never know who's going to help you tomorrow. So respect for everyone is very important. You need to stay humble, because you never know who's looking at you.
Personally, I feel like very blessed to have a Bennet that is so talented. I fixing that, especially with cricket equipment expensive. I really feel like we're actually blessed because we get to fix our best equipment. It's actually a good price, and he's really humble and always does his job with a gut.
Yeah, for the years I have been working with these bets, I have met kids saying, I have broke my bet and I threw it away, but coaches are coming in handy, telling those kids that, no, this bet can be repaired. And I would want to encourage the parents that if a bet breaks, it doesn't mean that that bet won't be used again. They have to bring it, then we have to do a proper assessment on the bet. How bad is the damage? If it's fixable, then I'll advise them that we can fix this bet, because cricket is, yes, it's very expensive to buy a cricket bet. And some parents will end up saying, you must leave cricket. You must not play cricket because cricket has been expensive for us. We are buying bets $200-300, but that bet can last for years if they make sure that they bring it here, we look at it, we tell them what to do on the best to maintain them. So I would say to the parents, they must come to the cricket bet clinic with their kids' bets. Then we can see them. If we see them that they are no longer fit enough to play, we can simply tell them that this bet is no longer fit enough to play. But most of the times, bets will be in a condition that can be repaired and bring back in the field. Sometimes back then I used to feel like giving up, but the support I have received from the people who bring their bets is, you are doing a good job, you must keep doing this. You are giving us a shoulder to lean on in terms of cricket bet repair. So that made me see that how essential I am in the cricket circles. And everywhere I go, people now know me in terms of bet repairs. So that encouraged me to keep on going, and that advice of saying, you are doing a good job, you are giving us a relief. Whenever we break our bets, we are no longer going to cry, but we are going to come to you, get the bets repaired, get it back in the field. So the advice of me not giving up on this thing has changed my life, and I feel like I have a purpose to live for, making sure that it's like a doctor. if someone has got an heart attack, if you go to the doctor, you know that chances are high that you're going to have your life saved. So that's the same way I feel. Whenever a guy or a lady breaks their bed, the handle and stuff, I make sure that I give them a good service so that they will be happy. And guys have been quite happy.
Coming down a few years in the line, I got to know him more when, after my Rising Stars, when we came back and played our first class cricket as a Rising Star. That's when my friendship with him grew more than just fixing bats. Then it was more like a brother to me. I could bully him even at midnight, or if I need the bat next day, calling him, telling him, come on, please, just fix this a little bit. It's a crack at the bottom. Even though he'll say, it's okay, fix it, it'll be fine. But it's been there. It's been there for me and a lot of people in general. But talking about myself, I call him a brother now. He's no more a bat fixer or bat guru or whatever you want to call him. For me, he's my brother now, and the journey, I feel like it's improved. We've been into a lot of conflict over a lot of things, but I think at the end of the day, brothers fight and brothers come back together. So that's me and Lundu. Right now, I have another bat. I need him to get it fixed. But I know he's going to say, no, it's all right, you can use it. But good luck to him. He's the best thing the best thing ever happened to us is Lundu. Fixing bats is an art, and we are blessed to have him. Whether we call him at night, in the morning, he's always there, out of his way to fix bats, to make sure that we score runs, to make him proud. The story goes long and on and on. I could tell you several times where I scored runs, and I literally got the bat fixed that night. But it's amazing to have him. May Allah give him a lot of success. This is just the start, and I know he's gonna go far. And there's so much for him to just gather. And I wish him all the best and good luck.
Cricket is growing in Zimbabwe, and our ladies are now playing more cricket. So they are not excluded in this. They bring their bets. I do service them, and they are very happy about it. And ladies always complains that it's too much, the money is too much, but that's where Zimbabwe cricket came in. Some of the ladies get a relief from Zimbabwe cricket in the sense that if they go via the channel of the offices, the office will come back to me and tell me that for these ladies, just do them, then you give us an invoice, it goes back to Zimbabwe cricket. Zimbabwe cricket will take care of them. The likes of Biza, one of the most talented cricketers, the ladies cricketers in Zimbabwe. She gets a very good handy in getting her bets, come via his coach, Coach Garwe, and I've been doing a couple of bets for her for free, in the sense that they come via Zimbabwe cricket. So for ladies cricketers, yeah, it's a bit tricky for them, but they have a cushion of Zimbabwe cricket. My next big goal is to get into bet manufacturing. I think that's the next move. Because in terms of bet services and repair, I think I've done almost everything that is needed. And the next step is getting into bet manufacturing. And that is going to go a long way. In the sense that since Zimbabwe cricket is a test playing nation, you need a lot of development cricket happening. So if we start bet manufacturing, I think that is going to be very handy in the sense that if you are to look at development cricket, sometimes you don't need very expensive bats. You just need a piece of wood and shape it into a bat. So bit manufacturing, I think, is the next goal. And what I'm happy about is the Zimbabwe Cricket Managing Director is keen to make it happen. And I do believe that in a couple of months, that is going to manifest.
Cricket equipment is very expensive, as you know. A lot of countries that play cricket are from the subcontinent where equipment is cheap. England is one of the countries that is also produces cricket products. And Kashmir willow is from the subcontinent, which is Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. It's quite expensive. For any test playing nation to be able to spread the game to the masses, you need somebody who can do substitute equipment for you. Never came in handy in that aspect. We've introduced the Commercial Cricket AKI program, where we are doing miniature beds, substandard beds, and Never has really come handy in that program. And this has enabled us to spread the game to all the corners of the country. We now have players coming from the rural areas. We now have players coming from the high density areas simply because there's equipment. So when we found out about Never, in fact, what happened is a lot of our first class players, a lot of our domestic players used to take their broken beds to Never. You'd fix the handles, you'd fix the broken blades. Those beds would last for long. I also witnessed some of the international players who came all the way from Australia to give their best to Never, and Never would fix them, and they'll go on to play with those similar equipment international matches. So when we identified that, when we saw that, we thought, oh, what an opportunity for Zimbabwe cricket. We then had to ensure that we find space for him to operate from. And as you know, he's operating from gate 3, repairing beds, making miniature beds, and also repairing equipment. That has really gone a long way. I think a decent bed now for a first-class player costs no less than $200. For international matches, some go as far as $500. So what normally happens when you get a brand new bed, for some reason, the bed gets broken in a match, or sometimes you lose the edge, it gets broken, but the whole blade and everything else can still be usable. And this is where Never comes in and then repairs the beds. So this is why, as Zimbabwe Cricket, we felt the need or the importance to give Never space to ensure that he can repair beds for age group players, for women's teams, for our first-class players, or even for international players. The visiting players have also found him useful, and this is why they've gone on to give him equipment to repair all the cricket equipment that is given. The feedback that we've had has been quite positive. I've spent time with visiting managers of teams. I've spent time with international players. I've spent time with technical staff of visiting teams, and the positive has been very, very, very good. This has made us think about investing more in Never. In the next few months, we've really gone all out to ensure that we speak to the bench manufacturers from outside Zimbabwe, Ishan Sports, which is one of them, to see if we can get space for Never to go and have an attachment there and learn more about cricket equipment manufacturing. That will really go a long way in ensuring that the game spreads. But the game has really grown. A lot of people have taken it up. It is the fastest growing sport in the country. Even our women's cricket is growing. And what will be lacking is equipment. We will need a local manufacturer. And in Never, we see a potential manufacturer in the making. We see somebody who's capable of running and manufacturing cricket equipment, especially bats, within Zimbabwe.
They always say behind every man's success there is a lady behind. And my mother has been very handy, has been very helpful. Sometimes you don't see it, but mothers do wish their sons, their daughters well in life. And my mother has been very supportive in this, and I would like to thank her very much. And my late father has been very supportive in the sense that he is the one who supported me to go to a school which plays cricket. If it wasn't for him, I don't think I was going to be here. So I think my mother, my father, and my entire family and friends.
On my knees on the ground, thought I couldn't do it. Rainy days, cloud of vision, thought I couldn't see it. Never giving up, 'cause inside I can feel it. That it's my time to rise. Now it's my time to shine. So let them watch me